Okay, friends, so here on DnDaily vlog number 280, we're going to wrap up the 5-day challenge from Wizards of the Coast. This is the 5E, hashtag 5 years of 5E, and day 5 challenge is the question, how did 5E impact your life away from the table? Right before I answer that question, I want to say welcome to Keith Stout, our newest subscriber. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you, and I'm grateful that you're along for the ride on this crazy vlog adventure. Let's answer this question. How has 5e impacted your life away from the table? This is actually a really cool question to answer. And quite simply, Dungeons & Dragons has been a part of my life for years. In fact, the majority of my life. I really genuinely started playing when I was about 10 years old. I was fairly consistent, not every week or anything like that, but played it pretty consistently through the years, through middle school into high school, and then high school. A little bit after high school, I started in my 20s. It started to slow down where it would only be every now and again, but for sure I kept playing at least a couple times a year, every year. Then, late 30s, I started getting the bug again to play more D&D. I went to a game shop and started playing 4E. Well, when 5E came out, that just happened to nearly coincide with my move across country. So my wife and I took our son, moved across country. My parents were moving as well, and we went from California over to Florida. And before I was doing that, and while I did that, I should say, I was like, oh gosh, I'm loving playing D&D again. I really want to keep this going. How? And I found out about virtual tabletops. So 5e was actually the first system that I tried playing online with other people from around the country and around the world. That's how I found the group that I still play with on Thursday nights, and I found out about Fantasy Grounds and Virtual Tabletop, and I found out about Roll20. And as soon as I found out about Roll20, I started applying for games on there, and again, this group on Thursday night and many others. But check this out. So that was like 5 years ago now, obviously. And so now, fast forward, I've been able to sort of reignite gaming with my buddies from high school, because now, even though we're all over the world, literally, we can still get together once a month, every other month or so, and have some fun. And we haven't actually been playing D&D, so this has led me to playing all kinds of other games, which is fantastic. So 5e opened this doorway to playing more games. And probably the biggest way it's impacted my personal life is it got me into the DM's chair for real. Like, I had tried running a game or two through the years, kind of unsuccessfully, but with 5e and with all the resources that are available to dungeon masters nowadays, especially with like YouTube, I started running games and I love it. I love being in the DM's chair. I still love playing. I think I still probably love playing more than I like DMing. But I love them both, and so that's probably the biggest impact it's had on my life. The other thing it has done is this right here, what I'm doing right now. It has inspired me to make these videos, to start this vlog. And on top of that, it got me to start doing like live streaming stuff. I started trying streaming myself on Twitch. That was really crazy. The computer I was using at the time wasn't really efficient for it, and it just felt clunky, felt like it was slowing me down, so I stopped doing that, but I kept interested in that. That's how I met the group that now on Wednesday nights, we just wrapped up our amazing Essentials Kit short mini session, mini arc of 10 sessions, which was amazing. Please go check that out. Of course, One Crit Wonder TV or One Crit Wonder here on YouTube. That was amazing. And now we just started. We had our first session this past week. I haven't even had a chance to do my usual recap yet, which is coming because there's so much going, and I wanted to do this 5-day challenge. But now, so I met this other group. I'm playing Star Wars. I'm playing the Fantasy Flight games, Edge of the Empire on Wednesday nights, streaming that. So I learned about Critical Role, I love that. I mean, that's like my primary sort. Between that and the chain, I mean, these are pretty much the main places I go for entertainment right now. I mean, I do watch Netflix and that other stuff, but like, I'm pretty religious. Like, I don't watch TV shows. I watch Critical Role and I watch the chain when they're playing the chain. And there's a few others. There's a few others I like. I'm a little behind on Acquisitions Inc. I haven't quite caught up on Dice Camera Action and so on and so forth. But for sure, these are the ones that I love. And so it's actually expanded this hobby for me in so many amazing ways. There's more. I see more miniature painting, which I love. I see more amazing arts and crafts and all kinds of incredible things. I mean, making these amazing friends especially through this channel. The connections I've started making through this channel have been incredible. You all that have been, commenting on the videos and sharing your stories with me are, you make my day almost every day. And that on top of the fact that, the community on Twitter is incredible. There's a pretty cool community on Facebook, even though I'm not really connected with that. So I really feel like 5e has brought tabletop gaming. It has brought tabletop gaming to the world. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. That may not be the truth, but from my perspective and my experience, I really genuinely feel like the impact it has had on my life is that it's taken this hobby that I was sort of, for a long time, I was almost embarrassed talking about it. I was confident about it because I loved it, and yet you would say, oh, I play D&D, and a lot of people would look at you sideways like, you do what now? Whereas now, you can say that, and it's in mainstream media. It's in the news. People know what this is. That's amazing. I wear my shirts out into public, and people are like, hey, I play too. That's amazing. And so I know I'm not alone in this. I know it has impacted like every player's lives in incredible ways. I've made new friends. I have expanded my social circle, even though it's online, which is kind of cool. That's the way it is right now, right? Technology has allowed us to do this. And it's given me, I went from a pool of like, let's say 8 guys that were my buddies that I had been playing games with for years and years. And now with 5e and the explosion that has sparked through the industry, it has expanded the friendships and the available potential players as well as DMs and GMs like 10, 20, or 30 fold. There are probably 50 or 100 people now that I could go out to and go and find and maybe get a one-shot or a game going with. And that is amazing. So it's hugely impacted my life. I want to know how it's impacted your life. And let's talk about it in the comments. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, it's your game. Play your way. Let's answer... Blah, 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 blah.